All right, welcome to tonight's Unit of Prosperity Hangout. My name is Jennifer Glidden, and I am very honored to be introducing this panel to you tonight. We're going to bring some massive, massive value to you tonight. If you are not yet selling on eBay, we are going to spill some of our deepest secrets on how we've made it happen, and it has all been thanks to the system that we've been using at DS Domination. So buckle up, get ready. You may even want to take some notes because what's going to be shared here tonight is going to be very, very valuable to your future. So thanks for joining us, and I'm just going to start right in interviewing some of our panelists here. All right, Bruce. Bruce, can you unmute yourself and come on out?
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Bruce, how's it going?
Great, how are you?
Awesome. All right, Bruce. So share with us kind of a brief intro into how you got started in DS Domination and tell us a little bit about what it has meant for you, your family, your life.
Well, the Reader's Digest version is I got started. I was watching all the different posts that my sponsor kept putting on. Shahan Williams, she kept posting things like was making money while she was sleeping and all kinds of great things like that. And I've known her for quite a long time through a veterans organization that I belong to, and she worked at the national headquarters at that time, so we know each other in person as well. And so I just sent her a message and said, basically, I'm curious, what are you doing? And the rest is history. It's been a fun journey. That was in February. Since then, so many opportunities have opened up. Made a lot of great friends and what I consider family members right here on this panel, as well as thousands across the country. Great support system. As far as personally, for my own family, we were able to buy a home recently in North Texas, right near a lake, beautiful place. We've made a plan. We got it on paper to retire my wife 15 years early from corporate America. After her, working for many years. I own another business that I started from the ground up, and I spend the majority of my time on the road doing deliveries. I own a distribution company, and it's a great thing to be self-employed, but sometimes even if you're the owner, it can become a job that you create or a monster that you create. It and actually can run you instead of you running the business. So this is going to allow me to buy back my time and have more time freedom to enjoy with my family.
Okay, Bruce. So what I heard you say is you were already an entrepreneur, and yet you chose to use this business model to actually create a way for your wife to retire 15 years early. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So what is it about the DS Domination business model that just makes so much sense to you?
Well, I've been around network marketing and MLMs for many years. I've seen probably more models than I really want to admit, like a lot of us have. I've been around the MLM and network marketing business since 1989, and just online for the last couple of years. This is the online model is new. I was always, I guess the proper word would be required to recruit and build teams and et cetera. And through natural attrition, some people come and some people go, just like they do in jobs in corporate America and whatever. And so a lot of that was, I'd get it where I thought I was at the pinnacle, and all of a sudden a part of the team would go away and income would take a dip, and then I'd try rebuilding and off and on, up and down and up and down, the roller coaster ride. And did that for years. And with DS Domination, the training is so incredibly simple. Watch some videos, apply what you learn, and I'm famous for doing this, but the initial investment, is $20. I mean, not even $20, 1995, and so you have a choice to start your own business and create freedom with a very low entry investment, and you can turn it into anything you want to. A lot of great things that are going on right now, but I don't want to take up all your time. So,
Awesome. Thank you, Bruce. So one quick question before we move on. What would you tell people who are starting out will really help them take their business to the next level when they're just getting started? How can they ensure their own success?
okay. Probably the first thing, obviously, this is where we all started. Invest your $20. Okay. Hit the green button down below. Get started today. You'll have more information than you probably need, when you first get started. And follow the training. Follow the step-by-step, very simple training. If bottom line, if you don't put the work in, and it does take work, yes, I said the dirty word. Just follow the videos. Watch the videos. I watched some of them 3 and 4 times so I could get it through my skull, and then applied the knowledge and just took step-by-step, methods and kept moving forward. I always kept moving forward. And even today, I learned something brand new today, and was approved for just huge opportunities that opened up on our Genesis platform today, and was approved in 3 different categories to sell on Amazon today. And that literally could mean thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, over the lifetime of this business. So yeah, I'm just thoroughly excited about all the opportunities that we have. Just keep it simple, don't overthink, and follow the training.
Yeah, I like to tell people that the system is the shortcut. Just
Amen.
follow the training. Great advice. Okay, thank you so much, Bruce. Great to
Thanks,
see you
Jen.
tonight. All right, Dante, are you ready to come out?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Dante, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in the business.
Okay. My name is Dante Godfrey, and I started in the business about a year ago. This is actually one of my first businesses, being in for a year. Okay, I've been in several different companies before this company came about, and with all of the companies, I saw little to no success in those companies before I came to DS Domination. I joined companies just for the same reason everybody did, just pretty much to not work. Okay. To gain an income. I wanted to be the laziest person in the world. I didn't want to work. So I tried to work as hard as I could not to work, and recruiting failed because if you recruit a lot of people and then they can't recruit, guess what happens? Your downline falls up under you and you fall, and you have to go into the cycle again. So it's pretty much planned for you to fail almost at a point, because I have to train people that don't know how to do it or don't care to do it, and it's just frustrating. So at that point, I came into DS Domination, and when I came into DS Domination, I found out that I didn't have to recruit. I actually made more money on the non-recruiting side than recruiting. So I spent most of my time there, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, and things of that nature. And that's pretty much it. And now I'm enjoying life now because of the work that I put in previously when I first started a year ago.
So Dante, you've talked about, and Bruce mentioned this too, how the traditional MLM model has some weaknesses, has some things that our business model actually improves on, and that's because people can actually make money without recruiting. So you don't have to be a magnetic personality. You don't have to go out and beg your friends and family to buy lotions and potions from you. You can just start selling on eBay using our training. Now, tell us a little bit about kind kind of what's in the videos? How do people actually work their way through the training?
Well, when I first started, I had a little rough time. I started different than a lot of people because I pretty much lost my job, lost everything else, so I had to work a little bit harder to get everything situated or to learn the training. But the first thing that I did was I watched the videos, and as I was watching the videos, I did exactly what they said to do. I paused the video, completed the step, pressed play again, and went all the way through. After I got everything set up as far as eBay and stuff like that, I watched the videos over again, full throttle, like a movie, so to speak. So that way I can actually get it sink in. Because the first time I probably didn't understand everything because I was trying to get everything set up. So I watched it again, and I pretty much got it at that point. And I watched it. I made sure I watched it like at least once or twice a week at that point, just to become an expert in my field. And I did that throughout all the videos. So I know I've watched every video in the back office over 10 times, well over 10 times. Even though I'm in Amazon portion of it, I still watch the pro portion because the pro has a lot of things that I learned. It teaches a lot in the pro level that I use at the end of it, at the Amazon or the Genesis level of it. And I like that because everything is intertwined together. One works with the other. And you can use the training that you get in any level to go with the other levels. It made me a lot of money. The pro level, the training at the pro level made me more money because now I understand it better. I understand the whole process of it. So it's pretty much like going to school. You first start off, everybody start off in the freshman level, learning and just getting their feet wet with it. You make that first sale, you get excited, and then you start to progress through the grades, and you pretty much graduate.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what I hear you saying is that what you've learned in the training is not just, it's not just specific to a company. It's a skill that you can apply across multiple platforms. I mean, if you wanted to start selling on other places, like maybe when I've listed things on Craigslist, I've used the pro training to sell things better. But what would you tell people who are brand new how they can ensure their own success?
You have to eliminate fear. Fear is learning. Okay. Fear is learning, just like any emotion is learned. And once you eliminate fear, because you can unlearn fear, okay, by growing the knowledge that you have. And if you're learning a lot of people, if you're scared to, let's say, for instance, post a listing, the way to get over that is to do it, okay, and to become an expert in your field, okay, and that's just by studying. You have the videos there. You have to watch videos and do what they say in the videos, and you eliminate fear by doing that, and you become better in life. And once you learn that and understand that, it's going to get you through a lot of things in life in general. Okay, that's one thing that I've learned just going through the process. Okay, I've changed from point. If you look at my Facebook page from when I first started DS Domination into now, it's been a whole transformation simply because I've applied the knowledge that I've learned. Okay, and that eliminates fear. So eliminate the fear by learning. That's what I would get to.
That is excellent, excellent advice. Words of wisdom right there. So thank you so much, Dante. Great to see you out here, and we look forward to hearing from you again next time.
No problem.
All right, David, are you ready to come on out and share with us?
Always, Jen.
Awesome. Good to see you tonight. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. It's raining down here in North Carolina, but I'm inside, so it's all right.
Awesome. I'm in North Carolina too. I don't think it's raining quite yet, but it sure looks like it. So
I'm like 5 hours away from you, though. So.
Right. So tell us about how you got started.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm an active duty Marine, and I actually, long story short, I deployed with my sponsor. But when we got back from Afghanistan about 2.5 years ago, I friended him on Facebook, and we kind of stayed in touch. And then about a year ago, I started thinking about if I get out of the military, what am I going to do? And I wanted to do something I wanted to have something I could do from home where I could kind of work on my own time, and nothing was coming up that I was really interested in. So I kind of gave up the search. And then I'm looking at Dejan's Facebook page in like January, and he's posting all these sales on eBay. And after seeing it for about 2 weeks, I was like, okay, what are you doing? And he showed me the video, and I was like, how did I not think of this before? Like, I've sold on eBay. This makes complete sense. You know, I was like, why didn't I think about this before? So I was like, I'll get back to you in a few days. 2 days later, you know, I signed up, and the rest is kind of history. I've been with the company since January 15th, so almost 9 months, and it has been an awesome ride. I remember right when I signed up and I got on my Facebook page, there was like 20 messages from people in DSD, like, "Hey, welcome to the team." I was like, "This is real. This is a real thing," and yeah, it's just been an awesome ride.
Very cool. So what has being a part of the unit of prosperity within DS Domination meant for your business? How has it helped you?
Well, I mean, definitely in the beginning, like, you know, Dante was saying, part of the fear goes away, right? Like, right when you see our Facebook group, there's maybe like 6,000 people in there when I joined. There's almost like 13 or 14,000 now. There was all sorts of people like I immediately gravitated towards, you know, other than my sponsor, who's been absolutely wonderful, but, you know, some of the people on this panel, just so many people in the group helped me out when I had questions. I mean, I had sold on eBay before, but this is kind of a professional level of selling, and there was just I could just go in the group, type a question, you know, what do I do in this circumstance, and within minutes I'd have, you know, 10 or 20 responses, like no kidding, 10 or 20 responses with all different viewpoints on how to handle the situation, and I was like, so that was such a big help. And now, you know, 9 months, I'm the person giving knowledge to people that are just joining. So it's been really cool to kind of turn that around and be able to help now. So.
Very cool. So for 1995, what would you tell people who are watching and thinking, you know, is this for real? Will I get my money's worth? What would you tell?
I would say there's probably a ton of things that you spend $20 on you don't get your money's worth for. I mean, taking a chance on DSD here is just a no-brainer. I mean, it's $20. The worst you can do, you know, is get in the program and not work it. And I mean, that's the only thing that would prevent you from succeeding. Other than that, you've got everybody on this panel. You've got the person that showed you the hangout tonight. You've got thousands of other people in our company ready to help you, and you've got this wonderful training platform to help you succeed.
Awesome. So what is your ensure your own success tip for people watching and who are going to be joining us tonight?
I think the biggest thing for me was, I mean, other than all the help and support I got when I first started, was just not giving up. Like, if I didn't make a sale my first day, I wasn't fretting. I knew this thing worked, and I was gonna work, and I was gonna make it successful. And I mean, if you put in the work, it's gonna pay off, either now, a month from now, 3 months from now. It'll pay off at some point. And the biggest thing is just to learn as much as you can in the beginning and not give up, and you'll be fine.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, David. Great to hear from you, and keep on going. Great job.
Right.
Thanks. Okay, Carrie, do you want to come on out, share with us?
Come on now. You don't got to ask me once. You don't got to ask me twice. You know it's about to go down right now. I do think we got an echo from your side. Okay, thanks so much. Guys, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Carrie Mr. Excitement, out of the Bronx, New York. So before I get started, I know Jen wants to ask me a question because I don't just want to talk. So go ahead, Jen. What do the people want to know?
All right, Carrie. Everyone is dying to know, how is this different from every other thing you've ever seen?
Oh, man, she asked the right question. Let me tell you guys, I've been in this home-based industry, and for a lot of people on the panel, on the panel watching right now live on the internet on our world famous Monday Night Google Hangout, this is different than everything that I've always been in, because I've been in the industry since 9/1/99. Okay, and I've met my sponsor maybe about 8 years ago, whose name is Reginald Stinson. And out of everything that I've been in, okay, I've had some ups, like what was said before, and I've had some downs. I've never really been able to get past sharing a program with more than about 20 people. Now, the reason for that is that I see the vision in most of the companies that I've joined, and some of the people that I've enrolled into these programs, they kind of saw the vision. But what I didn't know was their skill set was not at that point to be a super slick salesperson in order for them to really benefit. And when people are joining a company, they're looking to make money right now. Now, not necessarily like instantaneous, like you're scratching off a lotto ticket, because real business doesn't work like that. But they're looking to make money within their 30 days. So the most in a company that I've sponsored was like 20 people, and then after a while, it starts to go backwards. Then there's 3 people drop off, and then 5 people drop off, and then there's only 15 left, and then there's only 7 left, and then there's only 2 left, and then there's only me left. Okay? And once it gets to that, I'm just like, wow. But DS Domination, okay, this company here, I've sponsored people who I've not even spoken to live yet. I've sponsored people who I've only spoken to one time, and I've just seen them make money following the simple system that we have in place. One of my teammates, he's 65 years old, or 65 years young, okay? And he's just recently got upgraded to 1,400 items that he can list on eBay for over what did they give him? $145,000 in volume. This is one of the people that's followed me from company to company. We all have them. We all have people that we've dragged. And you say, come join me, come join me. And they finally join you, and they be like, look what you did. You got me into another one of these things where I don't make money. I finally am able to rest my head at night and know comfortably, or however you say that word, that I have signed somebody up, and I decided to become an affiliate because, you know what? I'm not going to keep all the blessings to myself. If I keep all the blessings to myself, I'm not doing other people, justice. I just got a phone call from my mom and my aunt yesterday, and both of them are coming on board. Like, Mom and Auntie? Mom and Auntie hasn't joined me in anything in all my life. All they keep saying is, you're doing another one of those things, huh? How's that thing going for you? That thing. Be at the family reunion. You still in that thing? Yeah, I'm still in that thing. You made any money in that thing yet? I'm doing okay. We lie. We lie to our family. Here, you don't have to lie. So I'm able to go to sleep at night and know that everybody that I bring into DS Domination, it's not blood money. I got that from my sponsor. Okay, because when we say that, not necessarily figuratively speaking, but no longer do you have to make money on the backs of people that can't make money. Now we can all make money together and join hands, and with the unit of prosperity. And like I said, you see my shirt? It's certified. Okay? All right. Anybody never seen a Facebook group of over 14,000 people, okay, supportive. You ask a question in there, trust me, your question might get swallowed up by the amount of people that are joining. Guys, we are in the right place at the right time. Don't be like me and waste another 10 years joining company to company, filling out W-2s and W-9s and 1099s. Don't be like me, okay? I'm now in this company 1 year, focused. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. Even if my sponsor was to fall and bump his head, I'm not quitting. This is the company you need to be in right here, right now. We're going to ride the Santa sleigh all the way to the bank. And if you don't believe in Santa, we're going to ride whatever you ride all the way to the bank. That's why I'm here, and that's why this is different than anything else. Holiday season is upon us. You need to get it right now. Don't, more information button, forget that button. Click the join now button. Get started. Start building up and get a piece of this Amazon and eBay money right now.
Awesome, Carrie. I think you've really spoken to the people who have been pursuing a dream. You know, there's so many people out there. I'm one of them. I mean, a lot of the people on the panel here, we know that freedom is possible. We know that there's another way to live. And we may have tried other things in the past, but this is different, and this is working. All these people on the panel you see here, we have been actually in the same place making money. And that is very rare. You know, so many businesses, you see all this turnover, but it's been a really cool thing, I think, for a lot of us here to see people join our teams and then stick around because they're making money. You know, it's absolutely amazing. So, Carrie, what would you tell people as they're joining tonight, how they can really put their success on the fast track?
Well, you know, one of the things to really put yourself on the fast track is to know what motivates you, okay? Know what motivates you and focus on that. If you know the reason why you're here, okay, the reason why you're doing DS Domination, because remember, DS Domination is not the final destination for you, okay? I just recently spoke to one of the people in my team that did not even get a chance to find out about me because she says, man, I didn't know that you were here. I said, yeah, I'm here. Don't you get my email? She's like, I got your email, but it's my son's birthday, and I forgot to click on the link. I said, hey, the reason why you contacted me now is because it's for a purpose. She's an author, okay? She's an author. She has a couple books published right now, and she says, Carrie, this business I know is going to help me increase my publishing efforts. That's her passion. Her passion is publishing. Okay, so DS Domination is just the vehicle to help her build her passion even more. She also wants to get into real estate. Now I know my sponsor, Reginald Stenson, he just recently became a landlord. He's diving into the real estate market, and a couple of other people, I think Josh Jacobs and all of them, they're doing it because you know what? They're identifying that this vehicle can get them to their passion. So when you're building DS Domination, don't build it like, oh, I'm just going to be doing this forever. No, build it with the vision that this vehicle, the e-commerce, whether you join me or not, somebody's going to buy something online, and you either want to be the buyer or you want to be the seller. I'd rather be the seller and have all these buyers buying from me to help me apply DS Domination to whatever my goals, my passions, my vision is. Because this is not the last stop on your success train. If you go in there focused on that and don't get swayed by, man, that person made a $500 profit, that person made a $300 profit, that person made a $20 profit, that person made a $5 profit, and why not me? Don't worry about that. If it happened for anybody else, God is no respecter of person. I don't want to get all biblical here. It can happen for you. You take all that success that you see inside of our 14,000 member Facebook group, and you said, you know what? My turn is next. My time is right around the corner. I'm going to tweak a title. I'm going to redo the price, and I'm going to get more cha-chings because I know if they made a sale, I made a sale. And this sale is going to help me build it to whatever my passions and dreams are. That's all I got to say. Carrie Mr. Excitement in the building, getting hosted by Jennifer Glidden. Can't wait to meet you again in person. Meet Ethan and your husband. It's been a blessing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carrie. That was really powerful, and I think that you really got to the heart of what is going to keep people going. I mean, if you're watching this tonight, I hope that you're taking these gold nuggets away, because some of the things that are being shared tonight, right now, can help you not just in this business, but in your life as a whole. So, Carrie, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for your leadership, your example. I love that you have that couch there behind you that DS Domination helped pay for. That's awesome.
Well, I love it. I love to show y'all the rest of the house, but can't have everybody all up in the house. You don't just let anybody in.
Right. Awesome. Well, let's move on to Angie. Angie, do you want to come out and share with us?
Yes. Hey, Jen. Hey, guys. I am Angie Tiffany Rogers, and I am a mom, and I am a nurse manager, so I work full-time still, and I started DS Domination back in mid-January, and I actually, like Carrie was talking about, how this opportunity, this skill set that we're teaching can help you fund other things. Jen knows this, but I actually started thinking that I was going to use DS Domination to actually fund some advertising for another online business that I had been doing for not quite a year. By the way, I hadn't earned anything in that business for a year, but I was still focused on that business, right? So I decided I'm going to come and learn how to sell some items on eBay, and then in the upper levels of training on Amazon, and to fund advertising. So I posted my first item on January 19th, or my items. I posted several items, and I made a sale on the 21st, so it was less than 48 hours later. Now, first thing I want to say about that is, wow, 48 hours later, I made a sale, which means profit. It was more than the $20 I spent to get into DS Domination, okay? So my profit, I think, was $21.99. So I made, after that training that I bought a couple days prior, $1.99, okay? So I had already paid myself $1.99, okay? To me, that was pretty exciting. The second thing I want to say about that is that we need to talk about income disclaimers, because just because I made money within 48 hours doesn't necessarily mean that all of you watching are going to make that kind of profit, or that big $1.99, okay, in 48 hours, $1.99. But seriously, you got to do the work, you got to follow the training, and results are going to vary for each of you based on what you list and what your work ethic is and stuff like that. But so I was pretty excited after 48 hours making a sale. And if you want to know the big secret, people want to know, what did you list? What item did you list? It was pet cleaner. It was a carpet cleaner for pet odors or something like that, and it sold. And I mean, it sold triple the amount that I got it for. So, and that thing sold over and over and over. By the way, that's the other unique thing about this, is that you learn this skill, you list some items, and once those items sell, you just keep relisting that. So that's work that took me about, once I learned everything, it takes me about 5 minutes to do a listing, 5 to 10 minutes, and that is still from months ago, almost 9 months ago now, still listings that I have on my account, and I just keep relisting them after they sell. So that's work that just kind of, you do it once, and then you just keep having that come, the benefits of that over and over. So that's another neat thing about this business. So, once you learn the training, I did what Dante did as well. I watched the modules. We have actual videos that you watch. It tells you step by step what to do. And so I would pause the video. It would say, okay, go to your eBay account and You know, make sure that your setting is on this, and then I would pause the video, go to my eBay account, and make sure my setting was on that. So that's how I made sure that I did everything that I was supposed to do, and then, you know, you just keep rewatching the videos, and pretty soon, as long as you're consistent and you are, you know, continue to watch the training and do what the training tells you to do, you're going to end up getting results. So, you know, I'm just really excited about the opportunity. And it's something that's very simple. There's work involved, but it's simple work. It's easy, step-by-step work that you can carve out whatever kind of time that you want to do this. You don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. You don't have to, you know, be a retired vet. You know, you can be somebody who works full-time and has 3 boys and has football, you know, 3 hours a night for 5 nights a week. Okay, like I am. And you can still do that, and I still get sales pretty much daily. So, you know, it's been a blessing, and it's a skill set that I can use. You know, eBay and Amazon, they're going to be around. There are millions of people buying and selling on Amazon and eBay, and like Mr. Excitement said, you know, I want to be on the selling side. Why not get the profit from a skill set that you can learn in a $20 training? So.
Awesome, Angie. So much good information there. Thanks for sharing your story. I love your story, actually. And I love that you are able to do this in just small pockets of time every day. I mean, there are no excuses for not being able to make this business work. When I look at your life, your schedule, but going back to what Carrie said, your why, you know your why, and so that's what's helping you just keep doing a little bit every day, and that's all it takes is the consistency that you mentioned. So share with us what you would tell a new person who's starting tonight. What would you tell them to really get the most out of the program and ensure their own success?
I think what you have to do is you have to set some goals for yourself. What I did is I knew how much time I was going to devote, and if I said I was going to devote 2 hours for every Monday and 1 hour every Tuesday, then I stuck to that schedule, and I scheduled myself little small goals within that time frame, and even if those things took a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, I still completed all of those goals. So I would have 3 to 5 goals on a daily basis based on the amount of time that I could dedicate, and I made sure that I did not go to sleep until I accomplished those goals. So if I said that if I'm gonna list 10 listings on a Monday night in the 2 hours that I have with research and listing, then I did not go to sleep until I completed that goal of the 10 listings. So it's about dedication, and it's about prioritizing. Were there a few TV shows that I missed? Yeah, but you know, and at this point, I don't even turn the TV on. Okay, there's no reason to sit and watch TV when I can sit and list some items and make some money. You know, for some vacation. You know, I paid for a Gatlinburg trip recently with the DSD stuff. So you know, I'm in a situation where I make a pretty good salary as a nurse manager, but you know, the extra money, and for a lot of people, an extra $500 a month will keep them from bankruptcy. So this is something that's really blessing people. It's giving people the opportunity to, you know, become a little bit more financially stable, or do some things that they may not be able to do. We got to go to Gatlinburg. It was kind of a whim, you know, a trip that we decided, let's just do this. We've got a few days, let's go. And we were able to do a lot of fun things with the kids that I would not have budgeted for had I not been doing DS domination. So whether you want to make $500 a month, or whether you want to, you know, make a full-time income and create a legacy for yourself and your family for years to come, this is something that you can learn to do. So set small goals and make sure that you complete them. That's the best advice I can give.
So, awesome. Thank you so much. Great insight there. I know I did the exact same thing when I was starting out. I was up late and said, you know what, I'm not going to go to sleep until I have 5 items listed or 10 items listed, depending on the day. So absolutely. Yep, great advice. All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you, Angie, and
Great.
we'll keep it moving.
All right. Well, Jen, before you pass it on to me, we want to hear your story, and we want to hear your secret ninja tip that you're going to give people. So you go ahead and you tell us your story and what your secret is.
Oh, thanks, Angie. Well, my name is Jennifer Glidden, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have a young son and a husband, and we enjoy traveling. So one thing that this business has actually enabled me to do is travel a lot. We just went on a week-long family trip, and I didn't pay for a single hotel room because it was all covered within things that I learned about through DS Domination. But back up to November last year when I joined, I clicked the button, I joined, I went through the training, I started listing items right away because I wanted to get the momentum going. I figured I'm going to do this, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. And so I just dove right in. And within 24 hours, I had my first sale. And it wasn't a huge earth-shaking profit, you know, it wasn't thousands of dollars, but that one sale within 24 hours showed me that this system works. And so from there, I just kept listing and listing and listing, and before I knew it, it was probably, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, and I was having days regularly over $100 profit, and it's just been an amazing business because I had done other businesses before, and you know, there was always a missing piece, but this business is so simple that I was able to get it started right away. And the coolest thing is that the people who have never sold on eBay before, they may have never even had a business before, they're emailing me and saying, hey, I got my first sale, and that's within a couple days, maybe a week. Now, like Angie said, we're not guaranteeing results. There aren't any income guarantees here. Your results are going to vary because there are so many variables out there. There's so many different things to sell. There are so many people buying at different times. And but that's the beauty of the business, is that when you apply yourself, you can create results. So I have just been amazed at what this business model is capable of, and you know, every month it seems like we're doing new and exciting things, and it's been absolutely fantastic to be able to take my son to, I think he's been to like 12 states in the country now, which is not common for most 2-year-olds. So we've really been blessed by this business.
Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic to be able to share that with your husband and Lily. So, you know, just the opportunity that this company provides to us is just an amazing, amazing thing, and it's so special to be a part of. So, thank you for sharing your story. Do you want to go over the PowerPoint before we move to some of the other people? Or do you want to do that at the end?
Sure. We've been talking about all these things, and we'll show you kind of a visual of what exactly you're going to get when you sign up tonight, because that is important, that you know what's going on. So we're going to... Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. All right. So, Angie, do you want to go through these, or have me go through them?
You can look through them since you have right there in front of you.
All right. So, DS Domination Pro Training. That is the button that is right below this video. That when you click it, you're going to go right to the place that you can sign up and join us. The Pro Training has 19 modules. We have weekly live training with a titanium Powerseller, Roger Langell. You'll hear him in the video that you may have seen earlier. And then also you can bring your questions. So you can ask whatever questions you have. We also have software in there. It's not just the training to get you started, get you going, get you listing, and then the weekly live training for the updates, but we have software where there's a product scraper, title optimizer, price tracker, image scrambler and resizer, and an inventory tracking spreadsheet, we've got you covered. And all of that is only $19.95. But then when you click the button below, you're going to also receive the bonuses that come along with being a Unit of Prosperity team member. And those include, first of all, we have all sorts of training. If you decide you want to share this with other people and open up another income stream and be an affiliate, then we have all sorts of training on how to market on Facebook, how to use YouTube to promote your business, Craigslist, and then a whole host of other traffic generation, blogging, all sorts of things. This is very, very valuable training that in a lot of other places you'd pay at least $1,000 for. And I'm really not exaggerating because I've spent a lot of money on training. And then we also have a whole affiliate marketing system for you that includes, now it's over 20 lead capture pages. We have banner ads, autoresponder messages, campaign tracking, SMS and voice broadcasting. If you've done any affiliate marketing, all these things that I'm going through here, you already have an idea of how much you may have even paid for this in other systems or other companies. A blogging system built in, you don't have to pay extra for it. Facebook video poster. We have these Google Hangouts that you can invite people to promote your business. So all these things add up to a tremendous advantage. And then we add on top of it the Facebook group. The Facebook group is something that whether you're an affiliate or just selling on eBay, you're going to be able to take advantage of, plug into this Facebook group. I cannot tell you how much this Facebook group has personally impacted my success. So many people get the answers they're looking for, the support, the encouragement, motivation. We have new trainings going on all the time. The Facebook group is kind of the hub, the center, the heartbeat of our team, and so you will be able to be a member of that. There are all sorts of files and resources in that group, support, strategy, community. We have it all for you. So when you click the button and get started, that is what is waiting for you on the other side.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Angie.
Oh, okay. Hey, my mic was messing up a little bit. Your slides were not moving, but we could hear everything you were saying. So the biggest thing, which Jen's trying to explain, and that's okay. Things happen online, but for $19.95, you guys not only get this training that actually teaches you how to drop ship on eBay, and then upper level trainings for future will teach us how to sell on Amazon. But in addition to that, you get this huge marketing system that's worth at least close to $2,000, at least. I mean, that's really, really conservative. So you get a whole marketing system. That's the big bonuses that you're going to get tonight. If you click that link below and you join, you're going to get this huge marketing system and this huge Facebook mastermind that's worth $1,000 as well. I mean, people actually are asking to pay to get into this Facebook group because of the amount of value and training that we have in that Facebook group. So that's what Jen was trying to explain, and our slides weren't moving, but guys, if you haven't already, just click the link below this video so that you can pay your $19.95 and get the couple $1,000 worth of bonuses tonight. So thank you, Jen, for that. Okay, we're going to move on. Let's hear from Mr. Sean Hill. We haven't heard from you in a couple weeks at least, so let's hear what you have to say. Come on out.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. We are good.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Just wanted to make sure. Hey, just wanted to tell everybody that I am happy to be here. I am in my favorite work clothes. Just got home from my job, throw on my t-shirt, got on my pajamas, and busy working hard. So hanging out with you guys, listing products, and I'm just loving it. So I cannot tell people how important it is to take a hold of your dream. I've been in a lot of different things, like most of us have, and just really never had the success that I had with DSD. So, man, I'm just blown away.
Tell us what made, for you, what makes this company in particular different, or this training, what makes this simple for you to follow and get results?
Absolutely. Well, you know, just like a lot of people, I had always heard of eBay and I knew about it, but I'd never sold anything on it before. I may have purchased something, and but I heard about it and I was like, well, you know, that sounds kind of interesting. And like I said, I was in another program before, and I was sitting at home trying to work that program, looking at my warm list, thinking how I hate to try to call these people, and so I saw my friend posting about all the money she was making and how she was having success, and I was like, wow, let me at least check into it. So she was somebody I trusted, so I knew she was going to tell me the truth. So I said, hey, is this real? I mean, you come on now, you can really tell me, is this real or is it fake? Or you don't have to kind of try to give a side. She said, well, no, I've been making money on it. It's the real deal. $20, give it a try. I said, okay. Instead of calling these 10 people who I don't want to have to call, let me at least pay my money and give it a try. So I put down my money, gave it a try, went through the training. The training is so literally copy, paste, point, click. It was so easy to get through. It was amazing. The thing I love about it the most is that now I don't have to go and beg, borrow, and steal from my family members to try to be successful. I can absolutely put up a listing, get paid for something I did in May. I've been in since April. I'm still getting paid on items that I've listed in May, in June. And I tell you, there's nothing like being at work and hearing that cha-ching and thinking, okay, one step closer to doing this full time. So, hey, life is good.
That's right, and you said it again. I mean, the one of the most unique things about this business is that we are teaching you a skill set that has nothing to do with the performance of other people.
That's right.
Nothing to do with talking to anybody else about the business, even though you're going to be excited, just like all of us are, and want to talk to people. But you don't have to. You're making money while you're sitting at your job, and you're not having to talk to anybody else about it.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, there's there's not a better feeling than having a rough day at work. Maybe your coworker told you something you didn't want to hear. Your boss has got on you for the 5th time that day, and I mean your day is kind of crappy, and all of a sudden you hear this cha-ching, and you're like, ah, yes, just a little bit longer, just keep pushing, and man, it feels good. Makes your whole day better.
Yeah, getting results is the best thing ever, for sure.
So push the button, as the young lady said in Rush Hour. Push the button, push the button.
That's right. Push the button below and join our team. Thank you so much, Mr. Sean.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go, Miss Queen of Twitter. Come on out, Miss Tiffany Adams. We want to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
How you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
So you can see I was been very busy as we was on the hangout tonight, been tweeting and posting on Facebook and just sharing the opportunity. You guys have so many success stories tonight, and I just want to share the opportunity and share the success with other people out there. So my name is Tiffany. I'm actually from North Carolina, living now in the great state of Maryland, as we call the DMV, the DC, Virginia, and Maryland area. And I'm just super excited about DS Domination because it is one of the simplest things you can ever do to generate some real true income. And so let me repeat that again. It's the simplest thing you can do to generate real income from home. And I've been in this business since January the 20th, and within my first week, I sold my very first item. And for you guys who want to know what it is, it actually was a pregnancy pillow, right? It was something that I would have never, ever had thought about selling, but I literally went to the training. and went through the training again and got my titles together, and I sold a pregnancy pillow. And so this is the beauty of this business, is that you can find items that you would never think of selling. Okay, I never had a child, so I didn't even thought of a pregnancy pillow, right? And you can see there are millions of people out there in the world on e-commerce who are willing to buy something that they don't want to get out their house to go purchase. So this is the beauty of DS Domination. And I was just like online and today and taking kind of a little bit of a break. I did a lot of driving yesterday, drove for over 10 hours yesterday. And so today I was just, following up with people and checking with people. And I got an amazing email and actually a text message from a really good friend of mine. She's known me since I've been in the business since day one. And she sent a text message and just said, let me know if, when you're free this week or weekend, I'm ready to start generating another line of income. And so that's the beauty of being consistent in your business, that people will want to watch you. They want to watch your success. They want to see you making income. They want to see your phone ching-ching while it's at work or while you're out with your friends. And then they eventually see that, hey, this is real, and they want to join your business. One of the ladies in my Facebook group, she wasn't having a good day. She actually was indoors and she wasn't able to work. And she just inboxed in our group and said, hey, I was sick today, but I was able to process orders and make money even while I was sick or wasn't feeling well. And she said it just inspired her about the beauty of this business, that even if you're not feeling 100%, if you can process orders or have someone else process orders, and you can truly build an income for the long term. So DS Domination is not like any other business that you've ever seen before. It's not like the business where you have to sign up one person, put someone in the matrix and divide by 2 and add by 4 and all that other stuff. You literally just have to get in the business and do the work. And if you can listen, if you can copy and paste some of those basic skill sets you learned when you was in elementary school or even Head Start, if you can copy and paste and follow a few directions, you can be very successful in this business. And results, we don't guarantee results because you have to put in the work, but we will say that if you put in the work, you will see results. And so that's just what I wanted to share tonight. It's just been an amazing journey in this business, and you guys completely rocked tonight in your testimonies. And yes, you need to get started. It's a $19.95 decision, and you will never make such an important decision with $19. At least I don't think you will in your life. $19.95 to start building an income that you can, travel around the world. I've had the pleasure to travel around the world, but it's been with a price, right? It's been with the price of me with my career, my job. But now you have an opportunity to get started in a simple platform to build an online business and do whatever you want to do. So thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Thank you, Tiffany. You brought up so many points. I mean, we don't even have enough time to touch everything you just touched. A couple of things you just said, talking about somebody that wasn't feeling well, it reminds me of some of the team members that we have that are on disability, and able to do this business when they can't get a job otherwise, and they're making a full-time income, with our business, with the training that we provide. You talked about traveling all over the world, and that's something Jen talked about as well. Yeah. Here's a plus to this whole thing. When you have a home-based business or when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of the travel that you do can be, considered on your business for taxes. Now, consult a CPA, a tax accountant, and all that. I'm not, a tax advisor by any stretch of the imagination. But what you have to understand is that you can do this business from anywhere. So there are things that you can do as you travel that will be counted towards your business, and that's something that you can talk to your tax accountant about as far as the benefits of owning your own business. And a lot of times we don't talk about that. Yeah. So Tiffany, go ahead.
Oh, I would say absolutely. Even now when you go to the grocery store, you can write off the mileage that you're now using to go to the grocery store, to go to Target or Walmart or wherever you're going to do your Genesis. You can now write off that travel, and a lot of people don't even realize that, right? So definitely talk to your CPA, your accountant, and take full advantage of all your tax benefits coming up for 2014. So, yeah.
Yeah. And real quick, Tiffany, for anybody that's on the fence, what is the the most important thing that they need to hear right now from me? What's your tip?
So, if you're on the fence right now, I would tell you guys right off the bat, I am a six-figure income earner in my career. Some people say I don't have to do this, right? I don't have to do this. But the reality is we're coming up to the end of the year, and where a lot of the companies look into their fine print to see, who they're going to cut, right? Because a lot of people didn't make their quota for the year, sales are down, margins are low, and so people want to figure out who they're going to cut. And, they start with the little people a lot of times. They cut those salaries and they cut departments in a heartbeat. So this is a time of year where you can make a decision what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. If you've been on the fence about joining now, you work a job that you hate, you've been through 1, 2, or 3 layoffs, you had friends go through layoffs, this is a time to make a decision about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And if you want to be free, you can click on the button and join now and get started in this wonderful platform and join the billion-dollar industry of e-commerce.
Amen. That's all I got to say to that. That was an awesome tip. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time tonight, Tiffany.
No problem.
All right, so we've got, last but certainly not least, we have Miss Rachel Kelly, who has got to come out and tell us her story. Rachel, take it.
Hey, Angie. Hello, everyone on the panel. Hello, everyone that's listening. And it's just truly an honor to always be here. I love getting on these. Every time I get on one of these panels, I get inspired all over again. A little bit about my story is I am a mom of 3. My youngest son has Down syndrome. I'm married. There's some echoing, I guess. I don't know. But I'm married, and I have I have been in the industry for a long time. I actually came out about 7 years ago and struggled, and part of when I came out, my husband and I, we were like, okay, well, we need to find some way to replace Social Security. So I jumped from one program to the next. Finally, DS Domination came into my life last year and started making money. Like consistent money. It's one thing to make money, but it's another thing when you start making consistent money. And that's what DS Domination brought into my life. It brought into my life consistent money every day, every week. I no longer struggle. I used to be, before I found DS Domination, I was borrowing money from friends and family to put food on my table. No longer do I have to do that. I've been able to go on family vacations and trips and, do a lot of different things that I was not able to do before. Also, both my children were in the hospital this past summer. Normally, those expenses of just being in the hospital would have really destroyed us, and we probably wouldn't have been able to take care of any of our bills. We didn't struggle at all in that process. We came right through it and went back to living as if nothing ever happened. And what I'll tell you is it's all because of DS Domination that we've been able to do that. A little bit about the system or what has truly helped me is there's many things. First of all, I have an awesome sponsor. I really do. She is amazing. And in addition to that, being a part of the Unit of Prosperity, we have a team that is there supporting and encouraging one another. When I first got started, went through those 19, I think it might be 20 now, 19 videos, just kind of went through them, looked at what they had. I didn't want to. If you all know me, I don't want to take the time to listen to anything. But the good thing they were nice, short videos. So I was able to get through them really, really fast. It didn't take me forever. I did have some prior eBay experience, so I was able to pick it up real easy. Listed my first item. First item I sold in 3 days. And then I was able to convince my son to start selling. And so now not only has this business blessed me and my husband and our family, but my son also. My son he just turned 20 Friday, I think it was. And he's making his own money. He doesn't, I try to convince him to go get a job. He's like, Mom, they don't pay enough for me to go get a job. And he laughs at me because I keep trying to get him to go. I'm just trying to get him to go get a job so he can have some social skills, right? But he's like, they don't pay me enough, Mom. I'm going to be a millionaire. This business was going to make me a millionaire. So, it has done so much for my family. And when I just sit there and I look at him, I just smile. I smile because, if you have some type of disability or speech impediment, you don't have to be limited for that reason. You don't have to be limited to, making money. Some people don't. I mean, he wouldn't even go get a job because of, he didn't want to pick up the phone and call somebody and ask them for a job. So he doesn't have to now, and he's like, now he says, because he did work for UPS. UPS works for me is his new thing, because, he's shipping boxes off through UPS and they're delivering his boxes. So now UPS works for him. So this has truly been an amazing journey. And then I'm just going to hurry up so I can be quiet and move out the way. What I would say is the 4 things I would tell people, success tips. First, you got to believe in yourself. You definitely have to believe in yourself. If you're not working on the way you think, the way you perceive things, this business is not going to work for you. You got to work on your mindset. So that's the one thing. The second thing is you have to believe in the company. The company that you are with, you must believe in them. And I believe with my whole heart that DS Domination is the best company out in the industry. You must also believe in the industry. And I've seen many people to make a millionaire because of DS Domination, right? And then you got to believe in the product. And we have an awesome product. We have a product that teaches us absolutely everything we need to know in order to succeed in this business. So Angie, I'm done. I'm moving out of the way. Back to you.
Rachel, I love hearing you talk. You are so inspiring. You have the encourager on your name tag there. That you are. You always encourage everybody that listens to you. So I'm so thankful to be able to work with you here on this team. And thank you for those success tips. Guys, Rachel pretty much closed that out for us, as she usually does, as I said, last but not least. All we need to say is this is an opportunity about listing on eBay and listing on Amazon, but it's an opportunity to professionally and personally grow and use this as a vehicle to be able to fulfill the visions and dreams that you have for you and your family. If you have not already, click that link below to join our team, $19.95. And there's also lots of other things going on right now. We have a special for some of our upper level training that's giving a huge discount to get into those top level trainings that have top level income producing opportunity. As well as we talked last week about the big O that's coming, that we can't really tell you what that is yet, but that's a huge opportunity that's coming that does not have anything to do with eBay and Amazon, but something that our company owners are doing for us and our team. So keep on the lookout for the big O, and if you get in today for $19.95, then you will be able to be part of that when that launches as well. Anybody else have anything that they want to say in closing? Jen or anybody else? Nope. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Dante, you unmuted. Do you want to say anything?
No.
No? All right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being on the panel. I know it takes time out of your lives to give back to others listening, but I just want to thank you guys for being with us today. You're here for a reason. If not now, then when? Okay? So you're here for a reason. Go ahead and click the link to join, $19.95. Get started with your life. This could be the moment that changes your life. So click the link below, guys. Thank you guys for your time, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, Sunday, the Winning Women's Network Hangout will be back, and we will talk to you then. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.